We've hit a milestone on this channel, so I thought it was about time I share a bit more about myself with you. This video is to share why I create content and to reveal the core of who I am. I would be impressed if this video gets much traction, but I want to share it for those of you who come to this channel and want to know more about me and my perspectives. If you're watching this, I guess that's you. Thank you for taking the time to learn about me and my perspectives. My why, my purpose, is to help people see things from different or new perspectives through entertainment. Now first, why do I focus on entertainment? Mainly because of the lower barrier to information absorption. For example, when I was learning Japanese, rote memorization of terms and characters was a slow and challenging process. But one day, a friend of mine handed me a bag full of about 40 volumes of the Japanese comic, or manga, Naruto. I had already seen a few seasons of the anime, so I was familiar with the story already. The first manga took me a couple days to get through, as I was looking up every couple words. But as I continued, my reading speed increased. I was able to guess more words based on context, and by the last manga, I was reading the entire volume in less than 2 hours. While watching lots of anime, my subconscious has crunched on the terms I heard over and over, absorbing the meaning and helping me understand more naturally. Now, learning from entertainment can lead to some unusual quirks, datebayo, but I think a lot of people are more receptive to new ideas and able to pick up skills more easily when they're packaged in entertainment. Now, as for why helping people see things from a new or different perspective is so important to me, there are several reasons. I come from an international relations background, and I absolutely love learning about new cultures and how people think. One of my professors in college was a former Soviet Union diplomat, and while discussing how to negotiate in high-tension situations more effectively, he used the following metaphor that really stuck with me. You and I have filters or lenses we see an event or issue through. That lens is something we have developed based on our culture, experiences, and training. But if you want to be really successful at negotiation, a skill you really want to master is the ability to remove your own lens and see things from the other party's perspective or through their lens. The better you can do this, the better you'll understand what they want from the negotiation, and the better equipped you'll be to reach an agreement both parties are content with. That metaphor has really stuck with me and helped me in many ways, including picking up on important aspects of culture with the people I encounter. Another thing I noticed through my experiences is that I have some friends who see the world in black or white. Something is either right or wrong. And then there are many of my friends who see the world in varying shades of gray, and they're able to gauge and nuance how to approach an issue and proceed more smoothly. Then there are just a few people I know that approach things very differently. Let me explain. So many people are limiting themselves to a linear spectrum between black and white, when there are so many other colors, so many more angles, and so many more perspectives to see and experience this amazing world in which we live. It's kind of like a wibbly why. Probably can't say that without copyright issues. Doctor Who, famous line. There's something to it, even outside of time travel. Seeing this, I've spent a lot of time learning to remove and swap out my filters to see things in new and creative ways. Now, we have so much information coming in all the time that we have to apply filters for our brains not to be overwhelmed. But we can learn to swap filters, update them, or even remove them entirely for a moment to see the same information in a different light and sometimes come to a deeper or new understanding. And this can sometimes help us move forward or cooperate in better or more efficient ways. This also helps us see and define our own perspectives and positions more clearly as we step outside for a moment. When we take the time to try and understand things from a perspective of a person or group we're working with or competing against, we're better equipped to find better ways to proceed. It's even better if we not only see things from their perspective, but we can also see things from a third party's perspective and consider the options then. And the master level is when we figure out a new, unexplored perspective or option that's a win-win for us all. Now, this may all sound super idealistic, and my old self from a few years ago would have agreed, for sure. Right now, at this moment, there is indeed a metaphorical pie with set limits that could be measured and clearly defined. Lots of people, groups, companies, and countries are doing what they can to seize as large a portion of the pie as they can. However, as technology and cooperation continue to improve, the pie is actually continuing to grow. Sure, a person, group, country, etc. could seize a large portion of the pie, but if they just focus on seizing and holding on to whatever they can see in the current pie and refuse to work together with the people cooperating to expand the pie, people who are venturing into new and exciting territory, the people with a horde mentality will get left behind. I hope to increase perspectives and reduce barriers to cooperation so that we can work together in expanding the pie even faster and expand all of our territories into amazing yet unseen possibilities. Some people will think I'm a raving lunatic, and you're welcome to take that perspective. But I'm really hoping that as I get better at communication, content creation, and eventually supporting others in new content creation, what I do might help pierce through some rigid filters so that somewhere, even in the hardest-headed person, their subconscious might prod them to think, you know, if I took a moment to consider things from so-and-so's perspective, we might be able to figure out a better way or a smoother way to proceed. If I can connect and help one person to begin moving forward in better understanding of the people they're interacting with, I'll be extremely happy. Let me know if you'd like to join me on this journey. Right now, I'm doing it primarily through experimenting in video games and videos, mainly because it's something I really enjoy and have figured out some ways to let my why shine through it. Hopefully, in the not too distant future, we'll be moving forward in reducing barriers between Japanese animation production committees and international audiences, as that was a large focus of my master's research in Japan. And after that, we'll probably move into something new that I'm just not able to see at the moment, but will become clear as our filters become broader and our perspectives grow in quantity and depth. Hopefully, you'll see this purpose and vision reflected in everything I do. And if you see me straying from this, feel free to kindly, in a helpful way please, remind me. Also, if you see something that I'm missing and you think sharing it with me might help me see things from an angle or perspective I'm having difficulty understanding, please let me know. At the end of the day, we'll probably agree to disagree on some points, but we should each have a better understanding of some alternative perspectives. I hope we can grow together. Thank you again for taking the time to check out this video. I hope this has helped you see a little bit into my perspective, and maybe, if I'm really lucky, it might provoke you to spend some time thinking about something from a different angle, through an alternate lens, or from a new perspective. You're awesome. Thank you for watching, and have an awesome day.